Welcome. Today we're going to talk about something that can feel overwhelming for some dispensary owners and accountants, taxes. But don't worry, by the end of this video, you'll see how Flowhub makes it easy to stay compliant and accurate. Cannabis taxes are different from other industries. You're dealing with local, state, and sometimes even potency-based rules, depending on where you operate. If they aren't set up correctly, you risk penalties, failed audits, or even problems with your license. Let's cover some best practices I always recommend. 1. Know your local rules. These can change state by state and even town by town. 2. Separate medical and recreational. Flowhub makes this easy, but you have to configure it correctly. 3. Potency-based taxes. If you're in a state like Illinois or Connecticut, those THC-based tiers are non-negotiable. And 4. Check your setup regularly. I always suggest running a test cart every so often, just to make sure totals are coming out as expected. All right, let's go into Flowhub together. First, head to the left menu and click on Pricing and Taxes. Up top, select Taxes, and then hit New Tax. Start by deciding who this tax applies to, medical, recreational, or both. Then, decide if this is a cumulative tax before discounts or a cumulative tax after discounts. This is also where you'll set if the tax is by potency field. You'll name this tax, give it a percentage, and if you want to exclude customer groups from this specific tax. You can build as many taxes as you need for your operation. Then, you'll want to select where this tax will be applied. For operators with multiple stores, this is useful to be able to apply unique taxes to each operation based on where you're located. Finally, categories. You don't want to be taxing things you don't have to. Select which items these taxes will apply to. For example, sometimes only THC products need to be taxed, while others, such as lighters, do not need to be taxed. If you ever need to update a tax, no problem. Just click on the tax and hit Edit. Make your changes and save. Quick heads up, not everyone on your team should be touching this taxes menu. Only folks with the right permissions, usually managers or accountants, should have that access. So what's the big picture? For owners, it means peace of mind that every transaction is taxed correctly. You can focus on the business instead of stressing over compliance. For accountants, this means your reports are clean, reliable, and ready to hand over when it's time to file. No messy spreadsheets or guesswork. And that's it. Managing dispensary taxes with Flowhub doesn't have to be a headache. Keep your system up to date and let Flowhub handle the heavy lifting. If you want more step-by-step guidance, check out our Help Hub or reach out to support anytime.